So our next topic is iteration demo, right? So you know when this iteration is going to take place, right? When we are using these iterations, yes, whenever we people are developing any projects, first of all, right? Any projects, if any changes has been done by the customer or from our side, okay, when we have once we have updated and we are releasing it, okay. So like I1, I2, iteration 1, iteration 2, whatever the changes and the updates have been done, okay, before releasing that particular product, whatever the changes was asked by that stakeholder and the customer, whatever they have given their requirements, after updating that, okay, before that, here they will be conducting one demo. How was the things updated? Is that working properly or not? What is the progress? How team is involving or not? Okay, before that they will be doing some demos. So iteration demo, how to conduct an iteration demo? First of all, this iteration demo is one of the powerful tool, one of the powerful way where we can know about our team progress, yes, and work status, and stakeholder is happy or not, okay. So that once we update all the requirements, so that the stakeholder will be happy and he will be checking the progress week by week, right? So these all things are possible in XP programming, right? So these all things will be possible in XP programming. Next, they will be conducting some weekly deployment is essentials, okay. Weekly deployments is essential, like weekly progress of work is shown to the stakeholder, or day to day, okay, or week to week, like that progress are going to shown to the stakeholder. Once he will be satisfied, then they will be updating and doing the changes in that, and they will be releasing it as a next iteration, right? So what will be the result when you conduct a weekly iteration demo and demo release? You instill trust in stakeholders, right? So whenever the demo is released and everything, so first of all, here trust should be there between developers and the programmers or the stakeholders. Then only they can work and proceed on that, so that they can release that particular project, right? And contradiction and alternatives. So whenever we have done some modification based upon the stakeholder need and the requirement, definitely they will be conducting some review meeting. Based upon that, they will be doing some remodification and checking is that easy or complex tasks. Okay, these all things they will be identifying and discussing on that, right? So this is about the contradiction and alternatives. So most probably here, iteration demo is one of the powerful way, right, to understand the working progress, what the developers and how the stakeholder is involving in that, is that stakeholder is happy or not by their progress, okay. These all things, with this they can understand and they can gather a lot of information from the developers, programmers, stakeholders, and simultaneously they can check that the progress and is that customer is satisfied or not, right? So that is iteration demo. And second thing here, second thing, whenever we have done our project, we have included all the requirements according to the stakeholder, then here we should be a honest mom, okay. We should be honest, means honest in the sense, like whatever you have done and whatever you have not done, everything you have to show as a clear, okay, clear information you have to provide to the stakeholder, okay. Don't hide the things and don't try to cover that all the mistakes, okay. Whatever the problems or whatever the issues are raised, there you have to provide to the you have to provide to the customer, okay. You have to say, that's why here you have to help the team and you have to be honest about your progress. And here whatever the iteration demos are open to all the stakeholders, companies, they will be inviting some external customers to attend it, right? So in this case it will be some harder to secure, like failed or whatever the failures has been occurred, right? They will be trying to work on that and push it on iterations, okay, before the deadline or the deadline, okay, just one day when the stakeholder expected demo, okay, before we are explaining about that product or a project to the customer, they will be inserting and trying to solve all the failure problems, these all things, right, in the second step. And finally, here demo is one of the opportunity to get a feedback from the customer. Mainly it is one of the opportunity to get the feedback from the customer, so that they can speak more, okay, they can speak more and clear the stakeholder doubts and whatever the requirements, how it is working. They can give, simply they can give some demonstrating about that project, make it and its progress immediately visible and concrete. So it gives the stakeholder an opportunity to understand what they are getting and to change the direction. Okay, so with the help of this feedback they will be updating, and after updating they will be giving some demonstration, and they will be providing one of the opportunity to the customer to understand that particular project, whatever the changes they have done, whatever the changes they have done, is the changes working properly or not, okay, like that. And regular delivery is central to a successful XP, right? So every iteration within few weeks or within 1 month they will be updating and changing, okay, so that we can say that it is a successful XP, right? So iteration demo mainly they will be concentrate on the progress, okay, whatever the problems they have scheduled, they will be working on that, and they will be conducting some iteration demos, right, to avoid the problems and whatever the like whatever the situations, whatever the errors or bugs, if they are facing with any that problem, right? So it is one of the reality, okay, it is one of the reality and gives an opportunity to manage and to discuss on that particular thing, right? Once they have discussed and once they put some information on that, okay, after updating, here it will be easy to deliver that particular product successfully by using this XP, right? So regular delivery will be done based upon this XP only. Here they will be conducting all the iteration demo and discussing about the progress, problems, and they will be managing according to that opportunities, right? And next, how to conduct an iteration demo. Okay, how to conduct means, here conducting iteration demo is not a problem, okay, but mainly in this iteration demo product manager have to involve. Why? Because he is having more knowledge, means best understanding about the stakeholders, okay, according to their point of view he can speak in their language. So that's why they have to involve this product manager. So this product manager playing a role of like steering the product. So this product manager can understand this customer or the stakeholders, okay, according to their views, right? So that's why whenever they are conducting any iteration demo, definitely they will be involving to the product manager in that, right? So we are saying that product manager will playing an important role like steering the product in the view of customer, right? So once everyone is together, next briefly describes the features scheduled for the iteration and their value to the projects, and whatever the changes have done, okay, whatever the requirements they gather, okay, they will be planning on that and they will be working on that in how many iterations we have to release that product, okay. These all things they will be checking. But here you should not sugarcoat or gloss your problem, means you should not hide your problems, you should not uh, like uh, you should not escape the things, that things which are not working properly, you have to give clear information. Otherwise here company will be facing and team will be facing, and simultaneously stakeholder will be not happy about that, right? So by neither simplifying, and they will be solving about the problem and demonstrating their teams and dealing with that problems professionally. Once we discuss, then we can easily plan according to that. If we sugarcoat or if we like hide that problem, means it will raise some problems to your team only, right? And customer will be not satisfied with that. And after your introductions, go through the list of stories once at a time. Okay, read the stories, add any necessary explanation. So whatever the stories we have gathered from the customer, we have to check that stories is that requirements has been successfully inserted or not, okay, is successfully working or not, and we have to demonstrate the story and we have to finish it, right? So here use the customer test to demonstrate the stories without a user interface, right? So we have to use some customer test, okay, without user. We have to involve that customer, and we have to give some demonstration. Once he's satisfied, means next we can proceed to the next level, right? Like that, right? So whatever the stories, okay, whatever the stories are not working, okay, were not working according to the plan, let's provide a straightforward explanation. As I said, right, you should not hide anything. Whatever the happen, whatever the things are happen, you should not hide. You try to give some explanation properly. At least we are working on that problem, okay, we are working on that problem, we will release within 1 week, or give some time to us to solve that problem, okay, like that you can give some explanation for that, okay, but don't hide that problems, right? Once the demo is completed, okay, stakeholder will be checking that software, and he will be installing on his particular network, and identifying if anything happened, he will be giving the information. If everything is okay, how to use, where to use, these all things are going to be provided, right? So some people will be directing like a sample installation, how to install, how to work, how to use, okay, they will be giving some information to that particular stakeholder, right? So there are two key points, ma. There are two key questions. Okay. So at the end of the demo, ask your executive sponsors two key questions. Like, is our work to date satisfactory? Okay, whatever the work we have done up to date, is that satisfied? Okay, is that satisfactory to the customer? Is with that work our team is happy? Is our organization is happy? Is they are getting any benefited with that? Okay, like that we have to check these all things, right? And next, after that, may we continue, okay, once the customer is satisfied, means we can continue. Okay, if he is not satisfied, means again we will be taking the stories from the customer, we are working on that and providing, again that cycle will be following, right? So like that, two key points we have to ask our executive sponsors, right? So these questions helps keep the project on the track. Mainly it will be helps to keep the project on the track, and reminds your sponsor to speak. Okay, if they are unhappy, means they will be communicating, and they will be working on that and getting the answers and providing some surprises to the stakeholders, right? Why? Because he is unhappy. Now we have to make him happy. So they will be doing something before date only, they will be releasing, they will be working on that. Okay, like that, they will be doing the changes, right? So these are the two questions. And next, weekly deployment is essential. Okay, weekly deployment is essential. So one of the biggest schedule risks in software is the hidden time between we are done and we have shipped, right? So mainly here we have to focus on the schedule, and according to the plan, in time we have to provide that project or a product. Why? Because here we are promising to the customer that we will complete your project